Brett and I are in the fish house, and we are going to talk about setting this thing up for the night and for fishing out of a house, what we're going to be doing for the next couple nights while we're out here, and come back to the fish house after pounding holes outside and pounding bottom. So obviously the first thing and the most obvious thing, the easiest thing, is just set rattle reels. And Brett set up these two rattle reels, and I'm going to let him touch on that.
And I just do a couple things different for burbot, and yeah, people try to catch them on purpose, which is kind of a cool thing. Right. And there are little things that you can do to up your odds. It's not complete blind luck, middle of the night, your bait's laying on bottom and you hear the bell ring and it's a burbot. But like, there's things that you can do to up your odds, catch a few more fish. And the number one thing that I do is a number 6 VMC glow resin treble. It's a nice little treble hook, 1X strong, so it's beefier, it's not gonna bend and flex. And why don't I just crank one up here and show you. But what I'll do, instead of just hooking a shiner or a sucker minnow on there, I'll actually take 3 minnows overnight and 3 fatheads tail hooked on each treble hook. What happens is they constantly are pulling against each other, and that bait never stops moving. If one gets tired and instead of being horizontal starts to drift down, the other one pulls it, and there's always motion. So it's like with burbot, eel pout, you want to be banging bottom, making a vibration, calling them in, and that bait is almost doing that for you. A little split shot, usually just 6 inches above it to keep it close to bottom, tight to bottom. And I guess another thing that I'll do is usually I have the best luck with this hook this close to bottom, so that when those minnows get tired and they sort of fall down, when they kick and come back alive, they're stirring up silt on the bottom, and it's just making a ruckus down there while you're fast asleep.
Yeah,
basically.
Makes it easy. Another thing we're probably going to do some this weekend is these catch covers with the rattle reels. They've got these nice, this is down, but the quick release, and they've got the rod holders, so you can simply snap that in, and we might use a big nasty spoon. Just throw it in the rod holder, drop the line down, and we've got these fancy dinner bells. So this rod will bounce, you just clip that onto your rod, and that rod will bounce when that fish hits, and it'll ring that bell. But it's nice for even a dead stick outside.
Oh yeah.
Where you could drop this, put this bell on, drop that line down, have it close to bottom, and if something hits, you can run over there and get it, versus a tip up where you're hand over hand, and it's not quite as fun versus reeling in and experience that fight.
If that little bell dings when you're hole hopping, it's like, burbot,
that's the
fish
one.
on. Yeah.
That's one. So there's a couple of ideas to help you catch some more burbot while you're in the house, staying overnight. Keep those rattle reels down, get them close to the bottom, put a little glow thing on. Use Brett's trick with multiple minnows to keep some movement and attract those burb. See if you can get something at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Check that out.